A very good morning to Computer Science for Times. Today we will be starting our new chapter, that is chapter number 4, and the title of the chapter is Using Python Libraries. So, what is a library? Actually, the library refers to a collection of modules, that together cater to specific type of needs or applications. So what is a library? It is a collection of modules. Modules means some the handleable, smaller handleable units. See, this concept will be better utilized when we are designing a project. When we'll be designing a project, that project will include several parts of it, and that these parts will be known as your modules. And why we are making parts? Because if we are trying to do everything together, then it becomes difficult for us to manage. Let us take an example. If you have a book and there you don't have any chapters, then it will be really difficult for you to understand or to read that book. Because all together makes a complex situation. So when we are dividing the bigger unit into the smaller manageable units, it is a really good strategy. So we will be making different handleable units that are known as modules, and these modules together will make a library. So in Python, so now we have understood the concept of library and the modules inside it. So in Python we have some inbuilt libraries that offer us some modules, and otherwise also we can create our own modules as per our own requirement. We can create our own library also. So it totally depends upon us whether you want to use any predefined Python module or library, or you want to create your own library. So NumPy library is one of the example that is basically dealing with the scientific computing needs. Fine. So let us take a few more examples of library and let us read the library in more detail. So library is a collection of modules and packages and together cater to a specific application or requirement. So a library have multiple modules in it. Some commonly used Python libraries that are inbuilt. So this Python standard library is automatically downloaded when you are downloading Python, any version of Python. This is the standard library that will automatically get downloaded. For other libraries you need to download them. So these standard libraries, they are automatically downloaded. Fine. And they offer various types of functionalities to you. First is your math module, CMath module, random module, statistics module, and URL lib module. So we'll be reading little bit about them one by one. So your first library is first module is math module. So this module basically gives you different types of mathematical functions, that support different types of calculations. Your next module is CMath module, that is basically meant for the complex numbers. Again, it provides you mathematical function concerning complex numbers. Random module, this gives the generation of the random numbers. Next is your statistics modules, that is related to the statistical functions. URL lib module, that will provide URL handling functions. When you are dealing with the websites, then that time you will need this particular module. Next library is NumPy library. This was your standard library. This was your Python standard library. Fine. Now we will be reading out the NumPy library. So Python standard library में we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These general modules come by default when you are downloading your Python. Okay, so these libraries you need to install other than this. Okay, so as you will be in need of these libraries, you step by step keep on installing it in your desktop. Okay, so the library, NumPy library, it provides some advanced mathematical functionalities, okay, along with the tools to create and manipulate numeric arrays. What are arrays? Arrays are a collection of similar type of data. Like I want to store names of all the students, roll numbers of all the students. So if I want to store names of all, then I'll be using array. Okay, so similar type of data if you want to store, then we'll go with arrays. Then SciPy. SciPy is basically related to algorithmic and mathematical tools for the scientific calculations. Okay, next library is Tcner library. Okay, Kinter library. Okay, this Kinter library is a traditional Python user interface toolkit. Basically, it will allow the user to interact with the Python by means of adding menus, okay, by giving the response in the terms of mouse click. Okay, whenever you need to create such type of user interface, then you need to use this library. Then library. This particular library offers many functions and tools that produce a quality output. Okay, when we want to plot charts, graphs, so this type of things we need this particular library. Okay, so a library can have multiple modules. Okay, so what is a module? Module is a part of a library, we can say. It acts as a partitioning a program into individual components. Okay, so actually with the help of a module we are trying to reduce the complexity, and we are creating a well defined documented boundaries within a program. So because of these two benefits we are creating modules. Okay, so main advantage of adding a module is reusage without any rework. Means once you have, like, you create function and you recall it. Similarly, now what you are going to create, you are going to create a module and you are going to use it in your program. Okay, so similarly, so let us take an example here. If someone has created a module like play audio, this module someone has created to play different audio formats from different sources like MP3 player, FM radio player, DVD players. If someone is using any of the means to play the audio, or whether he wants to play the audio from FM radio, so he doesn't have, see, though he doesn't have to write all the things regarding the play audio, he just has to use the play audio module in the program. Okay, so ultimately module is allowing us to reusage the work without doing any work. Means whatever has been done previously will be reused again without any effort, just by importing that particular module. Okay, so now let us discuss the structure of Python module. So a Python module can contain much more than just functions. Means other than functions there are many more things inside it. So Python module is normally like a file you are creating, that you are saying with .py extension. Okay, so containing one or more following objects. So what a Python module can have, that is your docstring, you know, triple coded comments. Okay, next is your variables. It can have constant, it can have variables and label. Constant, they are the labels of the data. Okay, classes. Okay, objects it can have. Okay, then statements it can have, functions it can have. So these all things can be a part of your module. Okay, so if you say you have created a xyz module, that means you have created a xyz.py file. Okay, it's that simple only. Okay, So Python has already some predefined modules, and you can create your own module also. So some standard library modules we have already discussed. Okay, and in this chapter we will try to create our own module, or we can say library also. Okay, so Python module is a file containing variables, class definitions, statements, functions related to the particular task. Okay, so in Python module, see, this module you already have, and you can use any other module inside it. Okay, this module you have, in this you have variables, function further can have variables, classes can have members, and the methods are just similar to your functions only. Okay, members just like your variables. Okay, data variables. So when you will be reading out the concept of classes, you will be better aware of it. Okay, so we can connect various modules together by the help of import keyword. Fine. A module in general is independent grouping of code and data. Okay, so in a module, see, this is an independent body, means that this is an independent file that can be used anywhere. You can use it here, you can use it anywhere inside any program. You can use this module by just importing it there. Okay, and you don't require to do this work again. You just include it here using the import statement, and you can use all the functionality that it offers. Okay, it can depend on other modules also, means like um, firstly you will give your personal details, then you will be allowed to be a part of the school. Okay, so your entry inside the school is totally dependent upon your personal detail wala module if it is ready to. Okay, so it can have dependency on other modules also. Okay, one module can be dependent on other, it can be like that. Okay, now next is we are trying to make a module, and the name of the module is temp conversion. Okay, so this temp conversion module means just like a file we are going to create, and these doc type strings we are using here to, they will act like comments and they will add more to the documentation. Okay, so that the things may be clear to you in a better way. So these are your comments. This is your single line comment, and this can be a multi-line comment. You might have seen me using this comment in practical sessions. Okay, so this is doc type string we can say, or this is your comment also. Okay, to add more documentation to a particular module, we are adding this type of comments. Okay, so functions we can add here. Firstly, you are naming a particular module, means this is the name of your module, temp conversion.py. Then functions can be added to it, that is def is to define a function. To centigrade means this particular module will help you to convert the temperatures from Fahrenheit to centigrade and from centigrade to Fahrenheit. Okay, so if you want to convert to centigrade, then you will give the temperature in Fahrenheit here, and using this statement it will convert it into centigrade and will return it wherever the function call will be encountered. Okay, similarly you will be using this Fahrenheit to Fahrenheit function to calculate the Celsius temperature into Fahrenheit. Okay, two constants are used here, freezing C and freezing F. Okay, so this is a module. So in this module you have seen what information it is passing on. Name of the module is this, module file name is this, file name .py hoga obviously. Then it will contain two functions, to centigrade and to Fahrenheit, two constants, freezing C and freezing F, three doc string matlab three quoted strings to add more documentation to this, 1 2 and 3. Okay, this is your doc string, I told you earlier also. So doc strings of a module are displayed as documentation, means just to add knowledge about a particular thing we are adding these types of comments. Okay, when you will write this is your Python prompt. Okay, when you will write import module name. That particular module will be imported in that particular file. Okay, then if you are writing help, okay, this will give you more information about that particular module. So inside a program you can write this statement. When you will write import temp conversion, this particular module that we have just created will be imported in this particular file that we are trying to use now. And help temp conversion, this particular statement will give this information, that what all things it includes, this particular module includes, so that before we are using it we must have a knowledge about it. Okay, so the file name is this, the name of the module is this. Okay, and the functions that we are will be having it, these two functions, and the data constants that we have here are these. Okay, or otherwise you can if you want to have information with the help of this dir function, so this will also provide you information this way. Firstly it will give you constants, then the functions also, and this way you will get the information. So either you can write help statement, okay, to know more about it, or you can use this dir function to get knowledge about that particular module that you are trying to use. Okay, now importing module in a Python program. So whatever module you have created, if you want to use it, for that you need to use this import statement. And how to write the import? There are two different ways to use this import statement or import command, we can say. If you want to import your complete module or the entire module, then you need to write import and the name of the module. Like you want to include math module, so import math, just that. Okay, and if you just want to use a particular object of that particular module, then you need to write from math import power, POW. Okay, so that particular, here it will include all the things that are included in this module. Here this will include only that particular object. Okay, we will see these things on the next page, how to use it. So importing the entire module, for that you can import more than one module entirely in one go. Like you want to import numpy and math, so you will write import math comma numpy. Okay, so you can write it like this. So whatever module you want to use, you can directly write the name of those particular modules. Okay, so if you want to use a particular function from that module, then for that you need to write module name dot function name. Like you have just created temp conversion, so temp conversion say you want send to centigrade, this function only. So you will write temp conversion dot to centigrade. To centigrade is the function that we have created in this particular module. Okay, and another example, that name, if you want to use, that is from the time module, so time dot this. Okay, so you can use it like that also. And see, you can create other names for module. If the name of the module you have given is a bigger one, you can create a nickname for it, that is known as your aliases, that we have created in SQL also. Okay, so from temp conversion, so we are renaming temp conversion at TC. Every time we are not required to write this temp conversion, so initially we will write this import temp. So what it will do, it will import temp conversion, but now we have renamed it TC. Okay, so in this way we can rename a particular, but this renaming is for that particular file only. Okay, this has not been done permanently, this is for this particular file only. In this file, whenever we will be using temp conversion, we'll be writing TC and it will accept it. So now if you want to call the function of this particular module, then either you can write temp conversion dot to centigrade, or you can write TC dot to centigrade, both are acceptable. Okay, and one more thing it is trying to tell, if you have declared more than one import statement in your program, so Python will not re-import all the things again and again. It will ignore the second import statement. Okay, so next is importing the selected objects from the module. So if you want to just import math, say only pi, okay, from math import pi, okay, then you can print it, you can use it anyways. So directly if you are not writing this import statement, so directly if you want to use math.pi, okay, this will also work. Okay, to import multiple objects like from math import sqrt and power also. Okay, so from math module import all, this will also work, or you can write import math, it will also work. Either you write from math import star, okay, or you write import math, this is also okay. I hope this is clear to all of you. Revise this particular chapter so that we may have a better continuation for our next lectures also. Thank you, beta, and don't forget to send your practical file of SQL. I'm waiting for that. Thank you.